Shiv here now taking over for the afternoon, and what a great way to start my shift today. Joined in the lounge by the Walkmen here this afternoon. How are you guys doing?
We are doing great.
We are so glad you could make a little bit of time for us here today, come in and play some tracks. You and Me was our 11th most played album of 2008 here at the station. We're huge fans. Our listeners are huge fans, and you're going to play us a set of 5 tunes today off of the record. So I'll just get out of the way, let you get started with our first track, Dónde, está, Playa. It is the Walkmen live at WOXY.com.
All right. That was Dónde, está, Playa, and this next one right here is off the same record. This one's called Postcards from Tiny Islands. pretty eyes. And here's to you and the setting sun, the bar band and their sorry selves. I'll be drunk before too long, and I'll keep up this sappy talk. This letter don't say it all. There's too much to enclose. These postcards from distant islands mean more than you know. So here's to you in the ground below, the glass bar and the empty sky. I'm walking tonight about as far as I can go. These marble white stone beneath the midnight moon, they close. This letter don't say it all. There's too much to enclose. Life is so easy now. Everything is working out. Oh, out is life.
We're live in the lounge with the Walkmen here this afternoon at WOXY.com. Definitely a station favorite there. Postcards from Tiny Islands in Dónde, está, Playa, starting off our set today. Hamilton, would you mind introducing the band for us?
Sure, this is Pete Bauer over here. His amp broke on the way here. He was going to be playing the organ, but the amp's broken, so he's playing the triangle, and he's going to be doing a lot of talking today. This is Paul Maroon, who's tuning his guitar over there. That's Matt Barrick on the drums, and that's Walt Martin on the bass and the maracas over there.
Fantastic. Thanks so much again for stopping in.
Oh
today,
man,
guys.
thanks for having us.
We wanted to have you guys in for a set for a long time, so I'm glad we could finally make it work. Before you guys started to work on this album, on You and Me, you kind of lost your primary recording space that you had for years there in Harlem, and worked on most of your previous material there. Did it take some time to adjust to start working on a new record when you were going to be in a totally new space this time around?
We went through a couple different studios before we kind of figured out what we were doing and how to record somewhere else and picking up. And so it took a little while, but we finally kind of we went down to Mississippi, which is where we'd done some of Bows and Arrows as well.
Yeah.
And that worked pretty well, and then we ended up finishing the record with this guy Chris Zane, engineering it in New York, which our label owned a studio there. So
yeah, sure. That's sort of part of the that when you're hooked up with Gigantic, you get to use that great space.
Right, exactly. Yeah, so that worked out well.
Well, the timeline's been pretty consistent for you guys, with an album kind of rolling out every 2 years or so. Have your thoughts even started to turn towards another album yet, or are we still pretty deep into this?
Actually, very much so. We have studio time booked in Philadelphia starting June 18th.
Oh, fantastic.
Yep, we have 5 days that are already booked, and we have it all ready to go. So we have a lot of songs written, and we can't wait to get in there and do it.
Now, 5 days of recording time for
it's
you
just
guys. How is that?
It's
like
just a starting point.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. But it's enough to hopefully to really get the
then
ball rolling.
Maybe we'll do some more in August too. So we'll get going.
Some of you are living in New York still, and a couple folks calling Philly home. When you've been playing together this long, does it almost make it easier at that point, because now you got to be really focused and kind of when you get together to do stuff, it's got to be like very almost scheduled. I would think to get it all done.
We still get together and play like U2 and like war songs all the time. So it's not anymore.
You just
productive.
made Joe very happy over there. U2
Yeah.
favorite band.
I'd like to say it's more focused, but I don't know.
No,
Maybe not.
It's a lot more driving. That's about it.
Yeah, that's the change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one project I wanted to ask you guys about that you did before you had to leave the old studio was the sort of cover of Harry Nilsson's album Pussycats, because that was an album that my dad used to play so much when I was growing up, and just I loved that. So how did that come together?
Poppy?
Well, I don't know if we can even remember who actually came up with the idea. Maybe it was Paul, I guess. But we don't really know why we did it. We just sort of went into it. There's no real good reason, and it started off sort of as a joke, and then we ended up recording a whole record, and bringing in like strings and stuff. So it was just sort of a fun thing that just took on a life of its own.
Yeah, what a cool swan song for the studio space to just get to do something that's so much fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was great. We had all our friends over, kind of.
Yeah, it comes through in the recording for sure. Well, you guys, you're here in Cincinnati to play tonight's sold out show over at the PNC Pavilion at Riverbend. You guys have been out for a couple of weeks now, opening up for Kings of Leon, and these have to be just some pretty big, crazy shows. How's the experience been so far?
It's been fun. We've been adjusting. We were a little lost at the beginning, I think, in the big rooms, playing sort of our slow songs. It didn't really translate that well, I don't think. Yeah.
It's fascinating to me how a few years, like the difference. I mean, literally the first time Kings of Leon played in Cincinnati, and you can remind them of this tonight if you want. The first time they played in Cincinnati, I saw them with I think 2 paying customers. There were 5 of us in the room, and then this show I think sold out like in a weekend.
Sounds like the last time we played in Cincinnati.
Yeah. They've been selling a lot of tickets.
Yeah.
Well, you're wrapping up here pretty soon with these dates, and then you got a couple of the big summer festival good times as well. Pitchfork Festival. You'll be you're doing Sasquatch actually here in just
That's right. Yeah.
a week or so. You guys looking forward to that?
Oh yeah.
It'll be a lot of fun.
What kind of a slot do you have for a gig like Sasquatch?
I know we're on Jane's Addictions Day, which is exciting.
There you go.
So I don't know what kind of slot we have, if we're like in the out by the outhouses or like on the main stage or what. But
it's a good way to spend
Yeah.
Memorial Day weekend anyway.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, the show tonight, I said, is over at Riverbend here in Cincinnati. You guys are headed up to Cleveland tomorrow, and then a heck of a drive out to Phoenix for next week. Just a couple more shows with Kings of Leon in Phoenix, Los Angeles, and San Francisco on your way out to Sasquatch. So, good luck on the rest of these dates.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
And I'm going to let you get back into a couple more tracks off of the
All right,
album.
can I just add one thing?
Please.
If Gary from Gary's Guitars is listening, could you please call me back? It would be great. We'd love to come to your store, but I have a message for you on the machine. This is Hamilton. Okay, thanks.
Hopefully he'll get that. Hopefully he'll get it. Well, let's get back into a couple more tracks from you and me. This is New Country. We're live in the lounge with the Walkmen here at WOXY.com.
Don't worry about me. I got no more baggage. I threw all my old things away. I got your letter. Thanks for the offer. I really don't need a thing. I open the door in front of me. The sun is now shining down on me. Meet me as soon as you can. Bring me the money you hold for me. I'm shaking my head out of the sand. Maybe I'll go see the world. There's plenty of places to see. Voices I never have heard. Look at the way it ought to be. Oh, I'm on the road. Yeah, I'm on the road. And are you still listening to me? Isn't light as far as I see?
All right, we're the Walkmen, and this one is called 7 Years of Holidays.
Eugene, I'm lost. The world as we know it is round, but I've traveled so far. darkness fades, we'll wed our girls and move away. We'll buy some land and build us homes, and no more will we stray. But I've traveled so far, I'm done. Eugene, I'm lost.
All right, hi, we're the Walkmen, and we're going to play one more song here. This one is from our record You and Me as well, and this song is called On the Water.
All the windows are glowing, the branches bending low, skyline swinging, rocking back and forth, walking down this dirt road, watching at the sky, 'cause it's all I can do. It's all I can do. All the years keep rolling, the decades flying by, but the days are long. So here's one to the pigeons, tugboats on the river. Here's one to you for walking in my shoes. Oh, you know I never leave you, no matter how hard I try. You know I never leave you, and that's just how it is. Oh, everybody sees that girl. All the static that is still everyone but you. Oh, it's funny when I think it through. Everybody that is still everyone but you.
Closing out a fantastic set here this afternoon It's the Walkmen live in the lounge at WOXY.com on the water. 7 years of holidays and just beautiful song, New Country there. Thanks for playing that.
Oh, thanks very much for having us. And happy birthday to Chris Colbert, our sound man, who's in the sound booth right there. Amen.
Birthday, Chris.
Hey, Pepperjack. All right.
That does it for our session. I'm going to go back into the studio here with music from Kings of Leon at the Future of Rock and Roll. Woo!